videos, right? So now we reject. So since we have rejected, we go 2 time frame lower. So 2 time frame lower from weekly is going to be H4. So we go to H4. Okay, what do you expect to see on H4? On H4, we want to see a breakout. Is there a breakout? Yes, there's a breakout. So we have, can I change to the line chart? I don't know how to use this thing. Okay, line chart is here. All right. This is in their line charts. Anyway, so we broke out. There's a breakout. There's a breakout of this level. Okay, we broke out. So H4 has a breakout, right? Weekly has closed below the SNL. H4 has a breakout. This confirms that what we are going to sell. So I'm not going to talk about the entries, okay, how we are going to enter. No, I'm just showing you that when this happens, then it means that we are ready to move towards any of the weekly SNL. Okay, so here we are. Okay, so we got here. You see, we touch this SNL. H4 is supposed to, if this is the SNL we want to trade from, this H4 is supposed to give us a breakout. Okay, we had no breakout. You see, there was no breakout like this one. Okay, so it means that we are still selling. Now, still no breakout, we are still selling. Okay, and then too fast. Okay, then price comes back to the SNL again, and then gives us, okay, so if this is it, then we have to see that weekly has rejected weekly on that level. Okay, so you have a weekly rejection, right? A weekly rejection, and then a 4-hour breakout. Okay, so weekly rejection is the first weekly rejection. There was no first time price touched. Okay, let me go back to the weekly. It touched only once. Okay, so it touched once, but on the 4 it touched twice. Okay, so it touched, no breakout, touch, now there's a breakout. Okay, so because there's a breakout, you can consider buying. But if it is a weekly, then you have to look for the closest weekly. Okay, the closest weekly level is going to be this level. It's going to be this level. Okay, all right, so let's go back to the H4 or H4. Okay, closest weekly. Oh, we are close to that weekly. I think we touched. Is it I will didn't mark it for what? Weekly. Okay, so it was a miss. Okay, so we had a miss. Okay, so price, you see, price touched each weekly, went close that weekly and missed it. Okay, it missed it. So this one, in this particular case, this is a setup for me because it missed it, but forget about it. So it went back. So after hitting this SNL, it went close to the weekly SNL. So it's a weekly to weekly before selling. Now when he sold to go each one, that's SNL level, this particular one. Okay, so you see that it came back to the weekly SNL level. All right, so let's go back to the H4 and see what H4 did. Right, so we go to that weekly SNL, hit, no breakout yet. Okay, this is internal breakout, so let's see. Okay, so now we have a breakout. Okay, so weekly, first weekly to 1 weekly, just missed it by some pips. Okay, and then came back to another weekly. Now we have a breakout. Now that we have a breakout on the weekly, we can look for a buy, right? So let's see. So market comes down, and then look at I'm sure this level. I remember this level. Okay, so price will go back to that level. Yes, rejected. Okay, so that's a weekly, that weekly SNL. The reason why I told you guys that is a setup is because the first time price came there, it missed, so that becomes liquidity. Okay, so now price touches it and then flies. So you see how we use that same scenario: price touches, reject, and create a 4-hour breakout. So we have a weekly. Okay, the weekly, where is it? This weekly hits this particular weekly. Now look at something. So when I start talking about the miss, you understand. So you see that here price missed this particular SNL. Because price missed this particular SNL, it became liquidity. That's why when price hit this particular one, it was able to go up. Okay, you see that here price hit this particular missed this particular SNL, right? When we hit this level and got a breakout and retested, we went straight into this and see the rejection. Okay, so you realize how we are using the SNL. Price touches it, so it's not about you trying to trade on the SNL. So that's the reason why I sometimes call SNL, Malaysian SNL, reactive trading, because that is how I like to trade it, reactive. Okay, wait for price to hit the level. You see here price missed, this one came to hit it, okay, rejected and sold. So we call it reactive trading because you are allowing price to hit the level, you are seeing the reaction, then you take action. Okay, so I think that is a good example. So let's see how price went. I think it went down pretty well. Okay, so you can do the same, you can use the same method on the daily. Okay, you can use the same method on the daily. So for instance, let me clear this. That is why I like using PowerPoint. When I use PowerPoint, I just go straight to the point. But when I'm just on the chat, I will talk, and then you see that then the time is gone. All right. So here, this is a daily SNL. You see, this daily SNL price